Hi guys, welcome to Melissa Loves Orchids. I hope you have a good view because today is going to be a very special episode for me. As you can tell, I have something to share. Some of you, if you follow me on Instagram, same name, Melissa Loves Orchids, you might already have seen the news, but stick around, you're going to like this. Okay, so today's episode is going to be how did the Boca Raton Orchid Society show go? Number one. Number two, it's going to be, I wanted to kind of finalize my experience entering my very old orchid for judging, not only at the Boca's Orchid Society, with the Orchid Society, but also with the AOS. So I wanted to tell you kind of how it went because this was my very, very first time. I also want to tell you what she got. And I wanted to show you what she looked like in all her glory. If you're counting, she has over 129, was it? I think it was 129 flowers. So that's pretty fantastic. And of course, it's a haul video, and I also want to show you a couple blooms. So I cannot even think of a better video than one like today, where we get to look at blooms, we get to look at hauls, and we get to talk about my experience when I went to take my plant for judging. So really quickly, you probably saw part one of the video. Maybe it's even divided now into two parts. Like getting ready, and I was here in this same spot thinking, I've never done this before. It's very scary. I don't know if I should go forward with this. And I really have to thank my orchid friends, in particular Wendy. So thank you, Wendy. Again, sometimes you just need someone to kind of say, go for it, try it. You never know. So she's the one that basically said, just go for it. This is the time. The blooming situation here was perfect. You have to turn in your plant, or take or whatever. When you submit your plant, it has to be in full bloom. And it was starting to open all these blooms. And I said to myself, it's now or never. Who knows if next year she's not going to want to do this bloom show? Who knows? So I took my plant in, and I'll show you the tag that you have to fill in. You have to fill in your tag from the judging center. So you have to put in the plant name, which is RTH, Nobiles Amber. I say amber, but it's with an A, and that's the correct spelling. So amber or ambar, I think it's amber. And you have to put the clonal name, which I put afterwards. So I actually gave her a clonal name of Melissa Vivian. Melissa for me, Vivian for my mom, since she was the original purchaser of this beautiful orchid back in 1984. I think we got our numbers straight now. 82, she still doesn't exactly know, but she thought it was 82 or 84. And I actually had a conversation with Bart Motes about when they had this certain particular festival that my mother remembers going to, and it wasn't 82, it has to have been 84. So I told my mom, she's like, yeah, probably. So purchased in 1984. This is not, and I had a question about this. So I figured, you know what, let me answer it in a video. So someone had said, oh, you like to make compots. How many are in there? One. This is one. Not only is she one, there are other parts of her. I have 3 other parts of her. Not many plants put together. No. One plant. This is one plant, and she was purchased in 84. And remember, she was purchased, when you purchase at a show, usually, which my mother did, purchase in bloom. When you purchase something in bloom, you know there's so many years already. Maybe it could be 5 years that the orchid is, already been living, I guess, so to speak. It could be 5 years from being deflasked to blooming size. So this plant could be 47, 40, could be 49, 50 years. Okay, so somewhere in that range, almost 50-year-old plant is what we have here. She is one plant, never anything added to her. And I'm sure the judges, when they went to look at her, can see that. I mean, I would consider myself an amateur. I have no idea how they tell, how they know. but they knew this is one plant only. So for all of you asking me, did you put plants together? No, that's not allowed. You can't take your plant for judging when you have multiple plants. The compots that I do, the fun things that I do, are just for my own personal viewing pleasure, I guess. I have a few compots, and I even put like behind this, now you can't even see it because she's taking up all the room. It's okay, but behind this I have my dendrobium compots, where I have dendrobiums that I purchased on sale, and they've been like $5, and I don't even know what the bloom looks like, and I put them together in a big pot and it looks pretty. So that's what I do, like for landscaping purposes. But obviously when you go to take a plant in, you can't take 3 or 4 different plants and put them together. That doesn't count. So for whoever had that question, that's not the way it works. Anyway, if you want to know the parentage, it's Waikiki Gold and Chocolate Drop. So I know that a lot of you've seen Chocolate Drop and you're like, wow, that's like deep, deep red. Well, that is deep, deep red. And the Waikiki Gold is yellow. So this is what came out. And I have seen Palmer's have this for sale on their website, and currently is sold out. But I've seen it for sale on their website, and it's, instead of having that reddish like fuchsia tone, because at first it starts off, if you saw pictures of it before, it starts off pinkish fuchsia, and now this has turned into more of a maroon, and the color keeps getting darker and darker. And I know when she's done blooming, I'm gonna have a huge mess to clean up. But isn't it worth it? 129 blooms, and she's all around. There is a spot in the middle where you can tell that's definitely the back, but still, it's like, basically it's given me let's see, how do I put this? I don't know. It's given me a newfound appreciation for growing orchids, a newfound, kind of satisfaction to know that whatever I'm doing, it's working out. Because to be honest with you, my mom was more hands-off. She's a more thrive on neglect kind of growing style, which basically to her, she wanted to have it more natural. So she had it under, I think it was one of those Christmas tree palms for most of its life. And then she moved from a couple houses, so the plant went with her and with us. I was there. I was there too. Basically it was like, if she saw that it didn't rain for a very long time, then she went out and watered. Fertilizing, I think she did tell me the first couple years she had it, she did attempt the fertilizing, but nothing to take note of. There aren't any tips or secrets there. I am going to make a video showing how I fertilize, because a lot of people, when I was at the Boca show, they were asking me, how did you fertilize this thing? How did this thing? Because I had put a picture of when I received this orchid like a year and a half ago, and it had few blooms. It only had, I think, in total 20 blooms. So I had people coming up to me at Boca saying, what do you feed her? How do you take care of her? What do you do? What's your routine? So I do want to put a video together, but it's not rocket science. I just basically stuck to 2020, and I would do 2020 for 4 weeks. And then on the next week, I would do a bloom booster. That was the pattern. That's it. Now, the other thing is that when it got really, really hot, I made sure to feed her the Cali Magic. Whatever it says on the bottle is what I did. I believe it's a teaspoon or a tablespoon. Right now, I can't remember. I have a bunch of things. But then what else did I add? I added Super Thrive. A few drops of the Super Thrive. I added sea kelp with iron. All these things I got from my friends at Ophi's down in Homestead or in the Redlands. I got all those things. They also sell online, so you can go and hit them up online if you want to buy anything. That's all I gave her. I gave her the 2020 for 4 weeks. On the next one, I did bloom booster. Then I did 2020, 4 weeks again, bloom booster. Okay, so it's not like month. It's 4 weeks, then 1, 4 weeks, then 1, and that's how I did it. Why? Because I saw it on somebody's video. I don't know who. I can't remember exactly who, but it was a grower. I remember watching the whole mode series, but I don't think it was I can't remember at this time. But that's what I did. I wrote it down, and that's what I did consistently. There's a lot of people like, oh yeah, but I haven't fertilized in months. I didn't do that. I'm a little bit let's say I go gung-ho sometimes. I'm all or nothing. That's my personality. All or nothing. So I went all in, and I especially made sure that she got all of her feedings always. I also like to feed the Vandas twice a week. So I do weekly meaning a small dosage, weekly also meaning once a week. So that was how I normally did it. And I can't say that I skipped many feedings. And now this tells me it makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference to feeding it. And I know a lot of people say, oh no, I feed them, sometimes I don't feed them, and they still bloom the same. She didn't bloom the same. She bloomed from 1 year, last year, no feeding and less water and probably a little bit more shade, 25 blooms. 1 year later, feeding consistently, a little bit more light. She's right at the edge of the pergola. So I measured it with my light meter and how many foot candles, and I got really technical, really nerdy at this point. And all the supplements that they told me to give, I know I talked to Carlos and Chris from Ophies, and they pushed the CalMag, and I thought, what's the difference? Let me tell you, her leaves were impeccable, green, sturdy, very, very strong. And that's the kind of thing that, like, when I had thrips, it's like they bounced off it. They didn't even try it. They looked at her and they said, no, not going there. I'm not going there. This one is strong. So I did have a couple times when I brought some plants in, I hung them right up and I didn't even notice. And yes, the evil thrips came to visit the pergola, but nothing penetrated. Nothing, not a, maybe a slight little sunburn on one leaf. I can't even see it anymore. Beautiful, strong, the perfect color green in a cattleya leaf that you could want. I can only say that it's just, that it took extra special white glove treatment for her. I'm not let me see what happens. Let me just walk away and see what happens and whatever. I know for me, that will disappoint me so much that it won't be worth it. I have to do things all or nothing. That's just me. So I take pride in my little area here. And as you can see behind me, maybe you haven't seen it yet, we will do another video where I will give you a tour. I have another greenhouse, and that greenhouse, hi Chickadee, that greenhouse is in the works. I haven't put many plants in there because like I told you, I have to make sure that the light is right. I don't want things to start burning and so on and so forth. So let's get to it. Let me tell you what she has won, because that's important. So first and foremost, I want to thank the Boca Raton Orchid Society. They were very, very kind and very helpful. This was the first time. When you walk in, you have to go and fill out the entry form that I showed you, and then they have to look it up in the computer system and kind of find out if this plant has been awarded before. And this plant had been awarded before in 2016, and when you look it up, you'll see that award was for the same plant, RTH Nobiles Amber, and it was 17 flowers and a much smaller plant. And she got some award. I'm not even exactly sure which award she got. That sounded crazy. I don't know what that was. Maybe it's my fan coming down. And then that was in 2016. So when I showed up with this, that is almost 50 years old with 129 flowers, that was, I guess, what I call a showstopper. I was very, very happy. I'm glad that I made the decision to go ahead and put her in my car, get help for that, put her in my car, and plan to drive an hour and 20 minutes to Boca to drop her off on Friday evening and then pick her up on Sunday. That's why I attended the show at the very tail end, so that I can be there to pick her up, because when you go and take your plant, you got to leave it there. So if you're really attached to it or you're afraid, but let me tell you, absolutely nothing happened. She looks like in the perfect condition. She looks like nobody messed with her, nobody touched her. I can't tell, I've heard sometimes you leave them there and then, people touch, and this, she looks perfect. I have no complaints. I want to thank again the Boca Orchid Society. they asked me to join, and I really wish that I could, but I know that I can't drive an hour and a half to go to meetings and stuff. So I'm gonna have to find an Orchid Society that is a lot closer. So I joined the AOS. So yay! If you are thinking of joining, boy, let me tell you, it's you get access to everything. So I joined the American Orchid Society. I went on the Facebook group also, and I've been participating there. And I'm telling you, you learn so much. So instead of looking at Netflix or some kind of series, I am listening to lectures like a super nerd that have been put out from the AOS on their, all their webinars, and looking for the upcoming ones that are coming and getting excited about those. And let me tell you, you learned so much. It's just amazing. You get to hear from all the experts, and I'm very excited. I'm also excited to visit because the Miami Beach Orchid Society has reached out, and we've been talking. I'm very excited to visit. They're gonna have a show. When they do have a show, I will let you know. I will let you know. So more of that coming. And also from my friends at J&J, I just put out a video today about their first annual Little Orchid Fair, which is it's like an OFI fair, but it was at J&J, which is basically like 5 minutes away. And it had the same local vendors that are awesome down here in Homestead. She's gonna have another one in about 2 or 3 months. So when Reina from J&J lets me know on the date and all the specifics, I will let you guys know. And hopefully if you're close, you can attend. Those are free. So by the way, they're free, and they had food trucks. And they had, what else? Goodies, pastries, and they had herbs, and they had our favorites, of course, J&J, Drew Deli's, Vicky, and a couple new ones that you'll see from the video. I was really impressed. Oh, Reina's sister, Florida Orchids, was it? Florida Orchids? I believe. Of course, Martin, Blooming Paradise. Please don't let me forget one and leave one out, please. I think that's it. But if not, check out the video and you'll see the vendors. And so anyways, this is my lovely award from, this is the AOS nomination from the Palm Beach Judging Center. So I guess, and I'm guessing because honestly, I wasn't there on Saturday when they did the judging. I was only there Friday and Sunday. I guess that they go around and then they give you one of these if the AOS is actually going to look at your orchid. So this was first, the AOS nomination. This was from the Boca Raton Orchid Society annual show, first place ribbon. So this is really exciting. I hope my phone doesn't fall down. It's windy again. It's windy every time I come out here. And the thing is that to put it on the tripod, you have to take it out of the case. So I'm like, oh, don't fall. So anyways, isn't this a lovely award? Look at this. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to get like a shadow box, that you open it and you put these inside. How pretty. Oh my gosh. So I'm really proud of it, guys. I am really proud. Like I said, I'm still a newbie. I don't know when I'm going to say I'm not a newbie anymore, but I'm definitely still a newbie. I'm still learning, and I'm learning more and more every day. And everything that I learn, I'm going to pass it on to you guys. So I really appreciate it when you guys comment, when you guys share, and definitely if you guys super thanks. It's been a while. I haven't, it's expensive to go to the shows, and expensive to everything. There's an event coming up for our dear friend Nelson and his birthday. So I'm in the negotiations to see if I'm going to make it out to Apopka with our big group of YouTubers and friends and our little orchid personal private society that we think we're going to make it out there. So that's coming up also. So this is another award that I received. It was on the plant. It's the Boca Raton Orchid Society in love with orchids. This is the Dave, I hope I pronounce it correctly, Hogaboom Memorial Award for Best Cattleya. So you know, me being a teacher, I'm gonna laminate these things. Because it's really cute. This one I can't show you because it has all my personal information. Well, I guess I can show you the little bit so you get the idea. This is the certificate that the American Orchid Society gives you. This is the official. And then I think there's another certificate that comes in the mail. I'll show you that when it arrives. And there's another one that I can actually print out myself. So that is forthcoming. It gives you the measurements. They measure the orchid. They take pictures of the orchid, and it's just, they put the name. I gave it my clonal name over here, and I got a cultural certificate. I have a certificate of cultural merit, so a CCM. Very exciting. So I have to get more information on it, but if you look at the video from actually going on that Sunday, Bernard gave me a good rundown on the award, and he let me know that this is big. This is like a really big kudos to how I grew it, because of, you know, it's already been awarded, and how they awarded it for being much smaller and having only 17 flowers. Now to get it this size and this healthy and with these many flowers, I guess they were impressed, and they gave me an award for how I grew it. And for me, that's everything, because I guess I can go and get a big plant and woohoo, I didn't really do much. But I feel like I took her from not such a good place to showstopper, which is what I've been calling her, my showstopper, my big mama plant. And I did give her white glove treatment. Yes, I'm sorry, but she did get better treatment than everybody else. If there was a time that I was running out of fertilizer, she always got. If there was a time when there's, you know, like when it got really cold in Miami, I brought out ponchos and one of those tarp things, and I covered her up. Like, I wasn't gonna let her get cold. I wasn't gonna let her get too much rain. I did give her the white glove treatment. Some people are, oh, you grow outside. Like, yeah, I grow outside at the edge of my house, at the edge of the pergola. I measured the light. I was very diligent about watering. I was diligent about pesticide, fungicide. Every month she got her spray. No, it wasn't. Someone asked me, is it organic? No, I used the strong stuff from Ophi's, and I noticed not anything penetrated. She was super strong. Never a thrip in sight. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm saying that. Knock on cork. Knock on cork. Not a thrip in sight. Thrips, because even one thrip has the S at the end. Did you know that? One thrips is still thrips. It's not the plural. Anyways, that's just me nerdifying again. Anyways, so if you have any questions, I would love for you to put it in the comments. Put it in the comments right now. I don't care that you stop and type and then go back on and maybe you want to say something else. I love that. Some people have the habit of doing that. They'll write a message and then I'll see two other messages because they stop at the moment. Because I've done that too. I've watched a video, I've thought of a question or a comment. The video ends and it's like, what was I going to ask? Maybe it's just me. What was I going to say? Then the video's over and okay, let me just put a like and keep going because I can't remember. So it doesn't matter. Stop, leave your comment, and then it's okay if you want to leave two. The more the merrier here in the comments. And please don't forget to like. It's free. I'm doing the video. Don't forget to like. It's free. It costs you nothing, and it's just very simple. Press the little button. That's it. And one more thing. I have been considering doing memberships. So I think I may go in that direction, but very, very, very economical. Like it's not like it's not going to be, but I'm thinking, if you think that's a good idea, if it's something that you wouldn't mind getting insider, more, you know, more videos, more of the one-on-one, more lives, more things that can be, you know, to a small group, like a membership style thing where you have like a small monthly fee, let me know, because I think I might go in that direction. Maybe I'll still have normal videos, but let's see. I need a little help because these trips and the buying of the plants and the traveling and this, it gets expensive. Again, I'm a teacher. Some people, you know, they're like, oh no, she's fine. You know, it's just, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna sit here and go into anything negative. I'm gonna say If you'd like to, leave a comment and let me know how you feel about that. So these are my awards. CCE, Cultural Award of Merit. I was able to give her a clonal name, and that was everything. Now she is named Melissa Vivian. I'm so proud of that. I am so proud of that. So proud of the award that she got. So now I got another award. I got this award. This, the members of the Boca gave that to me for winning first prize. This is actually from RF Orchids, one of my favorite places down south, where I get most of my pottery farm, which I plan to go this weekend. This weekend, Ophi's is having a sale. So I'm a little backed up in videos, so it might not, for you, it might be different. And I'm writing the day that I'm recording it so that everybody knows when it was recorded. I'm trying to keep it chronological. Things happen. Sometimes I need to put out, like the preview of this show, I had to put out before the show, or else the preview situation wouldn't make sense, would it? So there are all the awards. Now let's see the haul. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for so long. So this haul was pretty special. I'm going to show you what I got from Curl Smith. Yeah, actually, let me show you what I got from Tan at Spring Water. Tan from Spring Water. He had, okay, one that I really wanted. It was the Cattleya perseviliana. Oh my gosh. It was so lovely. It was so lovely, but I had budgetary constraints and they were $100. But it was the most beautiful combination of a beautiful, soft, yet intense mauve pink, if that makes sense. Mauve pink, you know, and it was almost, it had a color fusion going on that was so beautiful. And then the labellum had, and the throat, a deep golden bronze. That was so, and it was, I can't even describe it as well as I would like to. I'm picturing it. It's beautiful. And of course, I'm going to insert a picture right here so you can see what I'm talking about. He had them for $100, and I held back because I said, maybe, let's see, whatever. Maybe they'll be more economical less next time when I see him. Let's see. I still think they're beautiful. Cattleya perseviliana. So that's going to be on my wish list for the next show. But what I did get from him, and it's actually soaking up a little bit, I got some bare root divisions. And guys, I think these were $20. It was Sunday afternoon. You know what happens Sunday afternoon at the end of a show? That's when people want to, they can afford to give you the sales because they know what they made, and so on and so forth. So I put them in a little bit of water with CalMag and some Super Thrive, just so that it can be rehydrating and I could check out the roots. So I got these two big bare root divisions, and they were $20 each. And the tag says RLC Pachara Fancy. Now, if you remember, I fell in love at the Tamiami with a big, beautiful Cattleya that Pam from Orchids and Bloom had. White, fuchsia, and yellow, like striping, like a flare, like a firework just opening. It was spectacular. She had a lot of them. She also had them for a little bit more expensive than the normal cats that she had. I think they were also $150. So I said, okay, let me take it easy. Let me put the drool back, or wipe it off, not back in. I was drooling. That was beautiful. So Pachara Fancy, I got myself, you know what I'm going to do here. I know you know what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to go to RF this weekend. I'm going to get myself some pots, and I am going to hopefully see those new roots starting. And I'm going to put that, and once you have a plant bare root, there's no sense in waiting for the new roots. It's already out of the medium. Okay, so I'm soaking it, I'm cleaning it, I'm spraying it down, making sure that it doesn't have it. I don't think it does, but I always, as a precaution, do that little, what do you call it? Initiation. It's a spray down and a separation time, and then I can bring them in. And that's really important because you really don't know. Things happen from booth to booth to booth. Maybe that seller didn't bring any critters, but the next door seller did, and you didn't notice, and it happens. So just to protect your collection, make sure you let your plant a little bit to the side. Don't mix them up immediately. Watch it. Just watch it. See how it does. For my bare root ones, what has worked for me is to soak it with the cow mat and a little bit of the sea kelp and maybe some, did I put Super Thrive in there for the roots? I can't remember. Every time I film, there is a small plane overhead. It's just incredible. So Pachara Fancies, 2 of those. Are you guys keeping count? Because you know how I am. 2 of those Pachara Fancies. The next one that I got was, all right, I think I'm gonna save that one for last because that one was very special. But do you remember the Noblies that I got from the fair at J&J? Those Noblies are heavily budded. They're over there. I'm not gonna get them out. Oh, I see one flower already opening. Perfect, because I need to see if they're the same color. I got from Curlsmith this Nobly. They had them for, yes, $25 with tons of buds and even some blooms. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Press pause. It's so good. Okay. Think of, oh my God. That's what happens. That's what happens for being so annoying and trying to smell a bug wanted to fly in my mouth. Yuck. Did you see that? I think you guys saw it. Now I lost my train of thought. That's what happens when you're in your 40s. Oh my gosh. What was I saying? Whatever. It'll come to me. So I got this from Curlsmith. Look at all the buds coming. So I'm going to show you because there is a purpose for getting her. I have 2 other ones that I will bring out in a second so we can compare because they're starting to open. And my plan was to have them all the same. So let's see if that happens. So this is called Spring Snow, I believe. Spring Snow. Beautiful, I think. Beautiful. And I have a plan for that, and I will tell you in a moment. All right, the other one I got, also from Curlsmith. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to put in a video or a picture when the flowers look better. But this, I mean, unmistakable. You just look at the labellum and you might know. The veining, you might know. Yes, she is a Ludomaniana Cerulean. So it's a Jordan Winter crossed with Cassie's Delight, FCC. I saw that and I said, yes, 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 yes. Come home with me. My other Ludomaniana is blooming right now, so you'll get to see that. But look how beautiful. I thought she was so pretty, so cute. This was $35. I left the prices on, so in case you don't believe me, $35 from Curlsmith. The prices from Curl, honestly, like, they put out such quality things and they give you a very, very fair price. You don't feel like, you know, you're gonna have to break the bank to buy very healthy plants. And I love that. I love that. So they'll have me as a customer for a long time. So that's that. And I was thinking of putting her in this lovely pot that I got from none other than Roxy. So this pot was from Roxy, Orchids 365. This is a part of the collection of the 6-inchers that's going on the hanging 5-pot thing, also from Ophi's. So if you start collecting a lot, you are going to notice that you're going to need to find space savers. That is what that is. It is a metal ring, 5 of them, and Roxy decided to make perfectly fitting pots that are perfect for orchids with all of this aeration. Because, by the way, I have some good tips, and I'm writing notes when I'm watching these AOS videos. It's so much more about the aeration than it is about how much water. It's like I'm learning so much. It's so much more, listen again, about the airflow than it is about how much water or how often you water. The airflow to the roots is the key to everything. That's why when they asked me, this is another question I got asked, and I'll just answer it right here instead of writing back. What's that beautiful plant in? A lot of people at the show were like, what's she potted in? What kind of substrate, what kind of medium do you use? For her, because of her size, okay, I knew that I couldn't do something. I mean, it's not going to be easy. I don't think I'll ever be able to take her out of here. She's in a clay pot that has this much thickness. So at the very bottom, I have these rocks, these stones, and I'm looking for one to show you one. I think I have one in here. Okay. These are like landscaping stones. These are rather expensive. I think for a small bag, it's about $29 for a small bag of these. They're smooth. People, at least in my neighborhood, they like to put them around their landscaping because, of course, mulch is not good enough, I guess. I don't know. But I thought of that, and I went and I said, mulch, $4. A bag of these, a small bag, $29. So I had gotten 2 bags. I don't remember what I was going to do with it, but I said, okay, I need to make sure that there is inorganic medium throughout. So this is at the bottom, and lava rock is on the top. The lava rock bags from Home Depot cost me around $6 or $7. So in there is probably like 3 huge lava rock bags, and I watered them. Not watered them. That'd be funny if I watered the rocks. I don't water the rocks. I'm not crazy. I clean the rocks. I clean the rocks because they come with a lot of powdery residue and substance. So clean the rocks, and I'll show you how I clean it. Don't leave. Don't leave. It's like 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I told you. 4 seconds. This is how I do it. Okay, so underneath, this is actually a colander that I got from IKEA, and I only do it little by little. So this has holes in the bottom, and I take my hose and I do it, and then I kind of sift and I water again, and I sift and I water again, and I get all of that residue off. The first couple of times, and you can see it, look, this one hasn't been cleaned yet, or I think I only did 1 cleaning. See all the powder there? So you definitely want to clean your lava rock. Now I have lava rock all over my work pants. I did a 2020 thing. I took off my work shirt, put my garden shirt, left the pants on. I mean, I'm gonna have too much laundry if I change before every episode. Anyways, lava rocks. And then on the top, I have really, really good orchiata bark. Orchiata on the top, also from Ophi's. Lava rock from Home Depot. Because I bought the lava rock from Ophi's, but for smaller pots, because they have the really nice small size ones. I buy the big bag, and of course I don't have one to show you because I already dumped it out. But I mean, $5-6 for a whole bag. So totally worth it. And let me tell you, it has been my preferred way of potting up anything. I have almost every kind of thing as a little test run in lava rock, and nothing in lava rock is doing badly. Everything in lava rock for me, in my conditions, in Miami, with my weather, is doing fine. And I have a condition too, the overwatering condition. And because of that, that's one of the reasons why I picked the lava rock. And let me tell you, it is fine as long as I have in the pot the right stuff. Now I have some that didn't do well, but those were my first repottings when I just grabbed a bag of whatever, the one that cost $4.99 from Home Depot, and I tried to put that in, and that didn't work out well because that was 2 years ago. And some of them are not, and some of them need repotting or whatever. But now moving forward, I am definitely going to stick to the inorganic medium for sure, 100%. And some people say lava rock is not the best. Let me tell you, for me it is. And I would suggest you try whatever you want to try, and you got to try. You got to try, and then make your decisions based on your environment, because what might work here may not work where you are. And that's that. So going on with the haul, now that I've talked your ears off, but I wanted this to be a combination of show information, my experience, haul, and things I'm learning along the way. Because there's no point in sharing and not letting you also learn what I've learned. Okay, this is not a show off moment. Like, I don't, that would be pretty boring if it's like blooms, just blooms, look at here blooms, look at here blooms. No, I want to show you how I do it. I want you to learn. Okay, so, and of course, if I make mistakes, I want me to learn. So write in the comments if I say something that you may think, you know, I'm fine with that. I can take it, trust me. All right, the next one that I got, so I showed you the 2 from 10, I showed you the Crowsmith Nobly, I showed you the Ludemaniana. So let me show you what I got from Green Barn. Green Barn is an orchid supply store, but it's not close to me. So I see it at shows, but I usually get my stuff from Ophi's. But since Green Barn was there, I got a beautiful piece of cork. Now, what am I going to do with this beautiful piece of cork that cost me, this huge piece cost me $25. So this piece of cork, I'm going to break it in half. I'm not going to cut it because how boring. I want it to look natural. I'm going to break it. Not right now. Later. I can't do it right now. Later. I will cut it, break it later because it's pretty solid. But I'm going to put my Walkeriana on here. So I have another cork, and I'm going to put one Walkeriana on that cork. The pink one from Kroll, the Whopper one, I'm going to put on the other cork. And on the freshly broken piece, I'm going to put the white, the Kenny. Because, why did I change my mind? A lot of you said, oh, how pretty, he's going to have 2 Walkerianas together. How cute. How cute. But guess what? What if I grow this Walkeriana into a beautiful specimen and I want to take her for judging? I cannot have 2 different Walkerianas. And they, you know, that does not work. So Wendy's the one that told me that, because I told her my idea, and she's like, but what if you want to bring her to judging? That's not going to work. So true. So now I said, forget it. I'm gonna put them separate. So I'm gonna have the pink, and then I have a piece for the white, and then I have another piece for something else that I haven't decided yet. But I will show you this beauty in a second. Oh my gosh. I might put this next one on the other side. The other thing I wanted to do, so I got a circular. Look at this piece. Look at this piece. What do you think I want to put on this? So I don't have a tree to use, and I've always wanted to put orchids on trees. I don't have a tree to use because of the, the evil squirrels. So what I thought of, getting a big piece of cork, a round one, a cylindrical one. Let's use our vocabulary, a cylindrical cork, and attach my 3 Noblies on here. And when you attach them on here, several people have told me you definitely want to attach them upside down. Okay, I've also heard that from Blanca's video. She puts them upside down. They're very heavy. So what's going to happen upside down? They're going to be more secure, and then they're going to find their way out, and they're going to kind of curl up and turn into the most beautiful thing when they curl up like that, and they're going to be in bloom. So one thing I wanted to make sure, which is what I'm going to do next, is to see if they're the same Nobly, the other ones that I got. We'll see at the end. If they're not, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I still wanted to do this, a chandelier of Dendrobium Nobly blooms is what I want to create with this. Now, seeing the size of this one and this, now I'm thinking I should have gotten it bigger. It's okay. I will make do. It will happen. You'll see that. Okay. I got my showstopper and a surprise. Oh, I'm forgetting 2, and they're right here in front of you. So another good thing that happened, not only did I win the first place, not only did I win the AOS CCM and the base from RF and the Dave Hogaboom Memorial Award, I won the raffle. Oh my God. It was my lucky day. It was like best day ever. I was in best day ever mode. I wore a big long dress, summerish dress, and it doesn't matter because we're in South Florida. I know some of you are saying it's February, how tacky she wears a long linen dress. I did, because my mother gave it to me. She gave me this, and it brought me good luck, obviously, because I won for this, and I also won the raffle. So take a look. This I won from none other than Plantio. I heard it pronounced Plantio, but I think it's actually Plantillo because there's an acento, and I am Cuban. So some of you have heard the accent, and some of you think it's normal because you're from South Florida too. But some of you were absolutely shocked that I spoke Spanish. It's funny. It's so interesting the different ways that people speak. In South Florida, it's a melting pot. Everybody's from everywhere, and I love it. It's great. So this is Shambo cat grass flacucha. So flaca in Spanish. Oh! There was a dead grasshopper in there. Oh my gosh. I'll show you that later. Yeesh. Please don't wake up from the, oh my God, I thought it was a piece of bark. I'm sorry, I'm not so, but you know, it makes you, heebie-jeebies. I lost my train of thought again. Grass flacucha. Flacucha usually means, like, flaca means skinny. So maybe because, you know, she has skinny pseudobulbs, I guess, so to speak. And nice and tall, but look at how beautiful these flowers are. Yes, they are on their way out, but still, I caught it in time just to show you a little bit. Look how pretty. I won this. This has a price tag of $50. I bought raffle tickets, and look at this. This is so pretty. I'm so happy to have it. Shambo cats. I mean, I love Shambergias, and I love Cattleyas, so very, very happy to win this. They had another really big specimen size grand prize. I didn't win that one, but it's okay. It's okay. One more thing that I bought that I was forgetting to show you. I went to Odom's, and I bought a showstopper. And then I'll show you that. Well, which one should go first? I'll leave that one for last. I hope you can't see it. Then it'll ruin the show. This other one I got from Curl Smith, shopping with my friend Olalis. She is hilarious. I love her. And we missed Joanna. Joanna couldn't come. But we missed her. So hopefully we'll get together this afternoon. This weekend for Ophies. But look at this. I know she's just starting to open up, so I'm going to have to share her again. Look at that labellum. Look at that labellum. Beautiful rounded petals and sepals. A little fringe at the bottom. Freckles at the ends. Beautiful crisp white in the center. Soft pale yellow, canary yellow on the throat. I mean, oh my goodness. Perfection. Yes, sometimes I like big flowers, and sometimes I like detailed flowers that are very distinct, and they have these little qualities that drive me crazy. So yes, bifoliate. So be careful. I am going to be very careful with this bifoliate and make sure that she gets repotted when I see those roots starting to give me permission. I will show you the tag. See, Lotta Jessii. Okay. Adorable. So it kind of sounds like adorable, but it's probably just adorable. So it's spelled incorrectly. So it's probably just, you know, kind of like a double meaning there in that tag. So I guess only they know who they're referring to. Hi, baby. So that is Lotta Jessii, Cattleya Lotta Jessii, adorable. FCC. So now I saw the ones that were awarded, and I said, those are the ones I'm going for, because, you know, you want awarded plants. So it's gonna have 3 beautiful blooms, and it has a loaded sheath here with a nice little shadow. So this might go on the other piece of the cork. I'm gonna cut this in half for the Wakariana, half for this, because guess what? They're both bifoliates, and they like to be mounted. Video coming up. this is besides the fact. Video coming up, I'm going to do a special on my Cattleya schilleriana that is giving me a hard time. And we're gonna learn together how to make things better. I'm gonna show you what she looks like, what I've been doing, and then we're gonna work together to get all these facts straight, because I love her, but she is pitching a fit. She does not like anything. So that's coming up. What do you think of her? You can't really see, but when she opens, you guys are gonna be impressed. You guys are going to be impressed. And last but not least, there's two more. There's two more. Oh, they're on their way back. Of course. Look at this, guys. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. We're gonna play now in about 5 minutes, okay? In about 5 minutes, we're gonna do a hide and seek, and then we're gonna do the swing.
Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray! Guys, we only have 5 minutes. Let's go. I've been talking your ears off. Look at this. Who recognizes this? This is from Odom's, and her tag says, this is Odom's information, or you can just Google it because, you know. Ready? Cattleya Horace Maxima. Yay! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Okay, Horace Maxima. That's a pretty famous plant, guys. Horace Maxima. And she is huge. She was $55. She is in pure rock. She is in pure lava rock. That's it. They're black. Mine are red, but that's fine. She's in pure lava rock. She is huge. This is like 20 inches tall. This is huge. $55 at Odom's. I don't even know what to tell you. Look at this. She's already giving me permission. I'm gonna give you the side view so you can see she is going off the pot. She's going off the pot here. So yes, the first thing he told me, goes, oh, if you pick that one, just be aware that after bloom, she's gonna wanna repot. I'm like, thank you, sir. I'm very well aware, very willing and ready to repot. So she's gonna get a beautiful holy pot from RF, and a big one that are kind of flat and shallow with a lot of lava rock, and I'm sure she'll be happy because she came from lava rock. So this was like a no-brainer for me. Yellow, deeper fuchsia, soft pink, big cat with lovely scent, frilly flowers. I mean, so me. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is Horace Maxima.
Is this the couch?
No. Last but not least, it wouldn't be a haul. It wouldn't be a haul without a little something. So let me show you.
It's the biking ride.
So this, of course, you know what it is. Came from Home Depot. Look at the size. I couldn't leave her behind. She is pretty big. So the last time I went to Home Depot, I was really happy to find one of my favorite color combos. Peachy, pink, sunset colors, yellow, peachy, salmon. Some of them are more salmony. When I saw that, I was like, okay, this is gonna be my favorite combination of tones. George King. Pero of course, George King Serendipity. I have a tiny one. My first one that I bought from Home Depot. Was it Home Depot? Yeah, the first one. It's a tiny. Go away. Look at this squirrel. Go away. There's nothing to see here. The squirrels. Tiny $9 bag baby. The tiny ones. The ones that come, they're like tiny. They're so cute. And I put it on the mount. I'll show you a picture of it. It's growing like crazy. But I've been waiting. I'm not going to buy them that tiny anymore when I can get them for $17 for this big. Okay? And I think I may have another one in a pot somewhere. But you know what? Who's counting that? Who's counting when you find your favorite color combination, George King Serendipity? I mean, you're going to get it. So I got it. Look at the size of this. If I go to a show, this will easily cost me $45. Easily. Okay, and what do I see here? I see the size of this. You don't need that. Here's your tag, by the way. You want to see RLC, George King, Serendipity, large pink. Now it has 7/21/21. I guess that's the deflast date. Okay, so there she is in all her glory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pseudobulbs. It's pretty hefty for a bag baby. Look at her size. Mira, está grande. By the way, somebody asked me to do the videos in Spanish. Oh my gosh, I wish I was comfortable enough to say them in Spanish, to do the videos in Spanish or in Spanglish. But oh my goodness, I am not secure about that. I mean, granted, I was born here. But growing up in a Cuban household, I learned Spanish first. So when I started kindergarten, I didn't know one word of English. And now it almost seems like it's quite the opposite. I don't know how to maybe I can in a school setting when I'm talking to parents. I know the lingo. I've been teaching for 25 years. I know the lingo there. But I'm trying to learn los pétalos, el substrato, what is it? What is the... Oh, I can't see. It wouldn't work. I'm gonna try though. Las flores, las hojas, the pot. I don't know how to say the pot. It's not pote. I need to practice. I need a lot of practice. So somebody asked me, please, can you do the videos in Spanish or at least do half and half? Guys, I don't think you want to hear that. Really. But I'm not going to say no to it. I'm going to think about it. So anyway, George King, this is the last but not least, my George King. Oh my gosh. If you don't have a George King, get one. They have them at Home Depot now. See, now you're all going to go get it and there's going to be none left if I want to get another one. So what did I get? 2 from Tang, 3 from Kroll, 1 from Odoms, and I won a Shambo cat. I won awards, and the Boca show was amazing. We hung out with friends, we shopped. I had my first experience with the AOS judging my orchid. I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to, have another one grow. And of course, I'll probably be, years to get one, that will have the, the potential of getting another award. I don't think this opportunity will come around again. I'm not gonna say I doubt, but I think she was thanking me for taking care of her so well and kind of feeding her and, the white glove treatment, cleaning her, everything. I think she was thanking me, and I think she'll settle down. She'll get used to it and settle down for next year. I don't know. If I can beat 120 some flowers, you better believe I will get a U-Haul and get help like I did and put her in the car and take her to whatever society is having a judging and a show. Another thing I'm going to do is I am going to join my local South Florida Society. I already have my check and my form filled out and all that. And I didn't pick them for any reason besides the fact that it's close by and they meet on a day that I can meet, because there are other days that I cannot meet. So I think they meet on a Monday and I can meet on Mondays. So I'm going to join my local society. I join the American Orchid Society. I will definitely recommend that you guys do both. If you can, do it. If not, but you get such a wealth of information from joining the AOS. It is amazing. I feel like I have all the tools in my toolbox to continue growing and to grow without getting disappointed, because you learn so much. It's almost foolproof, trial and error. But then when you have backup of science, of knowledge from growers that have been growing for centuries, well, not centuries, but maybe altogether, decades, then you feel like you have all your tools. You have all your tools to do a good job. So I want you to think about something good that happened today and be thankful for it. Have gratitude for that. And I want you to make time for the things that you love. I will see you next time. Bye.